Hi, welcome to 30 Minutes with HR, your premier human resource show for employers and employees. Today, we are discussing total rewards, direct compensation, and indirect compensation. I am your host, Rita Kusi. 30 Minutes with HR is a partnership program between KUSI Consulting and the Association of African Universities. Today, I am joined by Mr. Gideon Asare, who is the Managing Director of Adansi Travels.
Hello.
And I'm also joined by Mrs. Patience Omabo. She is actually the PA to the CEO, and she's also the human resource personnel at Nationwide Medical Insurance.
Hello.
Welcome to our set.
Thank you.
When we come back, we are going straight into today's topic, so we'll be right back.
Everybody wants to be the best at what they do for the people they're doing it for. That's why, after 13 years of providing you with top-notch healthcare nationwide, the market leader in the private health insurance industry is going the extra mile for you. Instead of hopping from pharmacy to pharmacy, now you get your prescription drugs delivered straight to your doorstep. We will restock your chronic medication on the regular, so you don't have to stress to keep track. We provide on-site clinics that offers you professional medical consultation from the comfort of your office. Enjoy these amazing benefits and so much more by signing on to Nationwide Medical Insurance today. Call us on 0800-222-222 or email us at info@nationwidemh.com. Nationwide, we go the extra mile so you don't have to. Join the healthcare family.
So welcome back, and thank you for joining us for today's episode. Today we are discussing total rewards, direct and indirect compensation. We're actually discussing more about indirect compensation because we all know employees love to get paid, right? We all love our money on the job, which is actually the #1 way to keep your employees satisfied. So today we are discussing indirect compensation. So Gideon is going to actually talk a little bit about what they do at Adansi Travels, and Patience is going to tell us a bit about the indirect compensation that they offer employers and employees at Nationwide Medical Insurance. So Gideon, can you tell us a bit about yourself and a bit about Adansi Travels?
Yes, sure. So my name is Gideon Asare. I'm the Managing Director of Adansi Travels. And Adansi Travels is a leading travel company that is specialized in tour packages. We do airline ticketing, both domestic and international. We also offer travel insurance to our guests. And we also have a service called MICE. The MICE is meetings, incentives, conferences, and events.
Okay.
Which more or less very related to the topic today. So we provide incentive travel packages for corporate clients who want to reward their employees with travel. And we very specialize in that sector because over the years we've been handling a lot of groups to many destinations. So with Adansi, we don't really limit you to one particular place. Anywhere you feel you want to travel to, we're able to do the package to suit your budget. And then if you had even a dream of doing an activity or experiencing something anywhere, we try to accommodate that experience within the package that we give to you.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. All right. So, Patience.
Yeah, as Rita mentioned earlier, my name is Patience Omabo. I work with Nationwide Medical Insurance. I'm part of the HR unit and also the PA to the CEO of Nationwide. What do Nationwide do? Actually, basically what we do is we offer health insurance for private institutions, public institutions, and for individuals. We normally take care of their health issues, being retirement with other, when you are going on retirement, there's a package. We take care of all that. And currently we have one for individuals, which is called My Health.
Okay.
It depends on how much you want to pay, how you want to pay. Daily, weekly, it is what we offer to our individual clients. And even we extend to companies who cannot afford the corporate budget. So based on your budget, you're able to take care of your
That's
employees.
awesome.
And even if you have to travel outside the country, we do take care of that.
That's really good to know, because when we talk about indirect compensation, I think employers have to look within their budget to be able to do these things. So it's really good that you're able to cater to the needs of employers. Some may be able to afford more than the others.
Exactly.
So I'm really excited about today's topic. And Patience, you and I were actually having a conversation earlier about how direct compensation, which is obviously a payment system, right? So having a salary structure for your employees, that remains number one, right? That's everybody's concern. We want to get paid. But let's not just focus on salary, right? When we talk about indirect compensation, we're talking about rewards and recognition, which to me is equally valuable to employees, right? So I want you to, I guess, tell us a little bit about what you provide to employers and employees. What are the benefits to employers and employees with the services that Nationwide medical insurance provides, and then the same with Adanse?
Okay. When we talk about benefits in the normal human understanding, it's just the non-financial compensation you get apart from getting the physical money. We're talking about something of value other than money. That is what we talk about benefits compensation for employees. And to me, it's number one for me because, for example, if I'm in a company where I know that if I go on retirement, I have this health package for myself. For the rest of my life, I'm okay. And I think now people are getting used to that trend. Now people want to get the medical as being the number one on their packages for their employees, because it's one. I believe that when people are even onboarding on you're hiring new people to your company, it should be part of the questions that you ask them, what they're expecting as employees to your company. What are their expectations? If we have this as a package for you, will you like it? Will you not like it? There should be that flexibility for people to really know. I think the awareness is not there. People feel like it's about the money, but I believe money is just a short-term compensation. No matter what you do, if I give you a bonus today, in a week's time it's gone. Sometimes you don't even get to a week.
Exactly.
But when I have the sound mind, I know that the moment I get to Nationwide, let me use a company, sorry. Let me use my company. When you get enrolled on Nationwide Medical Insurance as a staff, we have benefits package, which is part of the employment contract. That when you are leaving, maybe 10 years or 5 years and you're on retirement, this is the package. For the rest of your life, we take care of you. Your health is secure. Okay. So, to me, as an employee, I wouldn't want to leave because I want to stay and enjoy that benefit.
Of course.
Even if my salary is small or is very minimal, I can't do much. So far as I have that package, to me it's very important. I don't know about other people, but people need to realize that there is more to life than just the money. Because as for sickness, whatever it is, it's in a big sum, but you can't do without it. So I'm just having the mind to say that this is a good topic because I'm about to do my thesis and this is the topic I try to work around it. I was excited when you called me, you were like, you're going to do this. I was like, okay, that's good. And I have the lady to go away with it. So I think benefit is not, you shouldn't look at just the money. As I told you earlier, with Nationwide, when you're even doing service, you are in as a casual worker, irrespective of whatever you do. So far as you're Nationwide, your medical expenses, we take care of it. Wow. And we have other companies too that are coming up. And now, for the past 2 years that I've been with the company, a lot of companies have come in which they are saying that it's good to have a medical benefit for their employees. So now it's rolling, and I believe the next 2 to 3 years, every company will make that as a requisite to add up to their compensation. Wow.
But is it a legal requirement now that employers have medical?
Law is not legal. No one is holding anyone, but we have the Workmen Compensation Act. That one even tells you if there's an injury within the premises of the organization, that is when the employer will take liable to pay any medical expenses. But aside that, there is nothing like that. And we have the National Insurance Health Act. That one to give the employer, any person in Ghana, to join any private health insurance company of your choice, it's a must that you have to be part of, and there's no legal thing attached to it. So companies decide whether they want to add up to their employment contract or not. So I think it's something people should really hear
Look
it and
into.
let it to work, because it's worth it.
Okay.
Because when we have it, even for example, if you have a card to use as from our company, you can go to check up. We do screening for them. It's not like when people are sick before you take care of them.
Okay.
And we have annual screening that we do for the companies. An individual can walk in to do checkups on their own, and the employer will bear all the costs. So I think it's a good thing that people need to really look at it and hammer on it more.
Definitely.
Yes.
I agree with you, you know, and I think the time for employers to actually make employees aware of their benefits is during the hiring process.
Exactly.
So when you get the offer letter, it should state it in there, your salary and the benefits, but then you should also know exactly
But
what
we
benefits
forget
you're
is
getting.
People are more, so for example, I've been unemployed for 6 years, and then you just come to come for interview. My mind is
The
money.
salary,
I'm not
the
interested
that's
in
number
any
one.
package. Yes,
Is number one.
Because the moment you employ the person, it's even thinking of like, get a better pay, I'll leave. But when this thing comes out, this is the package, and you know after 40 years, I have how many years to go on retirement. You think of all those things and it comes in. I think we should forget about going through the normal process of hiring people where you sit and talk about work.
Yeah.
We should be realistic with
Exactly.
them. Yeah, especially when we talk about the age too. Because if I'm employing someone who is 20 years, doesn't even care.
They
They're
won't
not
care
even
so much
interested.
about the
Yes.
medical
But when someone is
aspect.
40 and is coming in for as a manager, and I come up with all
They-
this, it's
they
like,
care a
well,
lot.
it's not about the money, it's
Exactly.
about the package.
The
So I
whole-
think it's something
the
we
whole-
need to, as HR, everywhere we need to look at this thing and just keep on hammering.
I definitely
so everybody
agree.
is aware of it.
And there's the saying, right, that health is wealth.
Yes.
And it really is, because you can make all the money at work, but if you're not healthy enough to spend it, then what is the point? So I definitely agree that indirect compensation, medical insurance is very, very, very important.
And you may end up spending the money on your health.
Exactly, right? It's
Yeah.
very true.
And that's
It's very
what's happening
true.
with some
Yeah.
companies now.
Yeah.
You know, most of them are now okay, but they have to travel outside the country, and the money is not there.
Wow.
That's why we say with
For
Nationwide, you
healthcare.
are covered because we take care of that as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's really good to know. So now I'm turning it over to you.
Yeah.
You do a lot of great work
Yes,
with
yes,
travel
yes.
and
I mean,
for corporates.
offering travel as a compensation to employees, I think is a very good thing. I mean, at Adansi Travel, we also have staff, we have employees, and we've designed our reward system so that it's not only about the cash value they look at. We have about 14 employees, and almost every one of them have traveled since joining us. So it wouldn't take you wouldn't work for us for more than a year without taking a trip.
Wow.
And set trips comes with, I mean, fully sponsored with some pocket money to spend.
Wow.
And also to learn on the job.
I follow you online and I
Yeah.
see you're all over the
Yeah,
place.
so, I mean, our staff know that being with us is not only about the salary, because if he works somewhere, he will need to save. He will need to save about 2-3 years to get money to travel. So if he's with us and he will get the opportunity to travel without any savings, then the little cash value you give, he can manage it for other things. So I think it's a good thing, and
It's a great thing.
I've observed the benefits to me as employer. I look at the impacts for the staff traveling on the ticket of the company. I remember last year we took 6 of our staff on a trip and to Dubai, and we had some tax to do, which we were finding difficult to come out with the proposal and everything. And so I told them while they are on the trip, they should think through how you go about it. They went to Kenya, they went to Dubai. Now, can you imagine when they came back and then we met? I don't know where the fresh ideas were
like-
coming from.
Rejuvenated, yes.
I mean,
yes.
they were giving me some fresh ideas, and you can see that the travel had really, the exposure to the cultures.
Yes.
When you get exposed to different cultures, you see different ways of doing things.
Exactly.
You get fresh ideas,
Exactly.
and you think differently. And one other thing is it's also increased productivity when you offer travel to your employee, because when they are away, there's a saying that absence increase fondness of something that, so the very work that they do at the office that they are no more doing, interestingly sometimes they miss it as you are away for a while.
Yes,
so that absence, that fondness, it's when they come with renewed energy. And it becomes easy for them to or to be more productive at work. So it's really not waste of money as the employer when you invest in your some employer feel that that investment is just to
Waste
you.
of money.
It's waste of money, because when you travel and you go and chill, you're on the best qualified, you are taking the selfie, it doesn't add anything to his company. But I mean, if your staff are known to be traveling, I mean, everybody have a positive even look at your company.
It's
That
very
it is good to work here. We've also had, I mean, apart from us, we've had success stories from other companies that I know, some insurance companies that we service. So what they do is that they offer it as performance rewards. So for every year, they select around 13 of their top performing sales people.
Wow.
So, and these are on the route, not the managers, the sales people, the very people who bring in the business. So they set a target. If you reach this target, you're going to travel. And this year we took them to Singapore and Dubai, a combination. And they were so happy because the company fought all the bills. Gave them some money to take care of other things. And I mean, I personally met them in Dubai, and you can see that these guys, when they get back to Ghana, they are going to work hard, because next year, if you don't work hard, another person will overtake you. And if you work hard, you go to another place. You get it. So they come back, share the stories. So if you also another insurance company and you are not offering anything to your staff, most likely your top performer may leave and join this company.
Exactly.
So yes, and you know how hard to get good talent in this country. So I mean, it's a very good idea for employers to offer this kind of compensation instead of always thinking of cash and physical. Normally when they do reward programs, you see loads of gas cookers, fridge, and all that. But they have these things in at home.
Exactly.
They have them.
What do they do?
Yes, they don't have the brand.
They're not going to use
And
it
I mean, they're happy to receive, but when they get home, I mean, they have some. What do they do with it? But offer something different. Offer something different. If the reward, like you said, is that you are the top performer, so the whole year your medical insurance is covered. I mean, it is value. Exactly. You are top performer, so maybe you and your wife, you are taking you on a trip. I mean, it's more valuable than just giving the materials. So, and Adansi is able to make the work easier, because what some employers feel is that when they want to do this, it will take their time to plan the trip for the staff and all that. So you can just walk into any shop and buy an item and give. So what Adansi do is that, just don't worry, tell us the budgets. You can even leave the destination out. Okay, so we have a budget of 10,000 cedi to reward the staff. Plans a trip for them. So you once you've offloaded that to us, we do the trip to suit the budget you have for that person. And because it's given free, you appreciate any modest thing that you do for them, even if the budget is small. We have destination like Sao Tome, which is just 2 hours flight from here. It's out of the country, so you could plan something within, I mean, less than $1,000 for your staff.
Or
so
even here locally,
yeah,
right?
and locally, I mean, you remember last time
we
you
took a trip.
And I remember how your staff were very excited.
Yes.
I later look at the picture you took with them. They were so excited,
very excited.
And you saw my staff too coming along. Yeah, so that is it. Anytime there's a trip, even if it is local and have 3 seats left in the bus, I put my staff on it.
That's really
Go join them. Don't let the bus go. Just join them and go and have fun and come.
That's
So
really cool.
they are always excited working, and we work as a team. And I'm sure any employer can take advantage of this travel
Very
services.
nice.
Of course.
So we are going to take a very short break. While we take this break, if you are an employer, I want you to think about the last time you sent an employee away on a vacation. If you're an employee, when was the last time you actually took vacation? All right, and just went somewhere. We'll be right back.
Treat yourself to a serene, plush, and unique experience. Check in at the AH Hotel, East Legon, where every stay is unique.
Welcome to Adansi Travels Product Knowledge Series, and I'm excited to talk to you about our FIT tour service, where you get the opportunity to customize the products to your taste. And with that, we take your details, your destination you want to go, the date you want to travel. We're able to do it to suit your budget. So you don't need to worry about breaking the bank when you are traveling with this kind of service. You can visit us as the details are on the screen as you see, or you can call us on the numbers showing on the screen. Let's plan your trip for you. And you know, with Adansi, we always let you feel the beauty of life.
Adansi Travel feels life's beauty.
Welcome back to 30 Minutes with HR. I am your host, Rita Kusi. 30 Minutes with HR is a partnership program with KUSI Consultant and the Association of African Universities. And before the break, we were actually having an interesting conversation. Today is all about total rewards, specifically indirect compensation. During the break, I posed the question to employers and employees, and I hope you were able to answer that and really think about the last time you took a trip. All right. Now, in our culture, in our part of the world, I remember one time I told my parents I wanted to send them away on vacation, just go somewhere. And my mom said, no, give us the money. We don't want to go. Yeah, no, she really did. She's being real. So I think in our culture, that's why I really love what you're doing. I'm being honest, because we don't take those things, we don't think of it as important, right? But it's about wellness. It's about wellness. You can't work all the time. You have to step away from work, rejuvenate yourself, come up with fresh ideas like you mentioned. So do you think it's a cultural thing? Have you had any challenges setting up a dance? How have you broken through those barriers?
Yeah, it's been interesting. Like you said, many people think is the surplus money that is for travel. You understand? So the last thing they want to think about, so when they see you traveling, they think you made it. You understand? So a friend told me that for you, the way you travel, when you're in trouble, when you are in financial trouble, it will be difficult for you to get a loan. Wow. Because we see your pictures. They
think you're just spending it.
So that is the culture. Many people think same. But you know, interestingly, the paradigm shift is happening. When we were growing up, traveling means going out to hustle or for business, something like that. So anytime somebody is traveling, that was the reason behind. You don't even ask when are you coming.
When are you coming?
Because you know it's not coming back. You understand? So that thing is still there, but it's changing because Ghanaians are beginning to realize that there are other useful ways to enjoy the labor, the fruit of their labor.
Of course.
You work so hard for the whole year, or maybe some have worked for 10 years, 20 years, and you've never taken a vacation. So, how are you rewarding yourself? You know, you talk about employers rewarding employees, but what about you?
What about yourself?
What do you
Very
do to
true.
reward yourself?
Very true.
When you buy a new car, it doesn't change the way you think.
Exactly.
It doesn't change anything about you. You are still the same person. But when you travel, and probably you go and hike on a mountain, and then you see the challenge of hiking, or maybe you go to a far distance place where, I mean, the culture is different, like maybe Bali. You go to a place like Bali and you see how they also live it. You come back a different person. You come back with a different perspective.
Exactly.
You understand? And the cost of this might not be maybe half of what you used to buy that car that is sitting in the garage doing nothing. I mean, so it's true that the culture thing is there. It's one of the inhibitors for people who want to take a journey. I have a similar experience where I also told my parents I want to take them on a trip. The same remarks.
No, they didn't see it.
I was able to convince my mom to go last year, and I pressed on because I realized 3 of my friends had convinced their parents for me to take them on a trip.
Wow.
So I was like, I can't go without my mom.
Exactly.
So last year I convinced her, and I put them in one small group. We had a big trip, like 200 people, and then I have about 10 people who were my mom's age.
Okay.
I put them and I personally led them on the trip.
Wow.
So we went to Dubai, and one of the key activities in Dubai is desert safari. So one of the friends whose parents was like, don't send my dad and mom to desert. That thing is so scary.
It's interesting to even see.
Yeah, so
wow.
I was going to take them out of that experience.
Yeah.
So I had planned to take them to like aquarium, and so during the day when I told them about, they were like, no,
they wanted to go. They want to go. Good.
Yes, and I took them, and
they had such a great time.
On the deserts. I mean, even though they were slow ride for them, but they were so happy.
Yeah.
And I took a video. They're like, we made it to. They were so excited.
The travel is so important.
I mean, since then, among maybe the many things maybe I might have done for my mom, the very thing that he remembers is the trip.
Wow.
Anytime we meet,
wow,
the very thing that she remembers is the trip she took to Dubai.
Wow.
He did too. That is the very thing. So why waste your time build a mansion when you can take them to see places so that they know that it is not only where they are.
Exactly.
The world is
exactly.
big. Like somebody said, the world is like a book. If you have not traveled, it means you've not.
You're just on the same page. That's such a good way.
At the first page.
It's such a good way to put it.
You open another page, you read another thing. So it's something that Adansi is trying to push it to people, and we are making it simple. You understand? The important thing is that we don't want to break the bank to travel. So somebody should ensure that your package is sorted.
It's customized.
It's customized in a way that will meet your budget.
Exactly.
And somebody should also take your time off so that you can concentrate on your insurance bookings instead of checking flights and checking hotels. And so I will do that and put everything together and say, patience, you are ready to go.
Wow. Yeah, this one it's more about a life story about what you're talking about right now. I'm that person who doesn't want to travel. I have that perception. Why would I waste money?
Yeah.
So my husband has to really push me. You know what? You're traveling to where? With all this, no, I'm not going anywhere. And he was like, what is wrong with you? I have that perception of, I don't want to sit in the airplane. Oh no, I fear. I'm not that person who fear, but that perception of, okay, so I was like, how much are you going to pay? I want to see it. Okay. I was the one going to pay the money.
Okay.
So I was just there. I went with my kids and then the parents. So we went, and it was like, I don't want to come back to Ghana. I'm like, this is where I want to be. I'm okay here. Wow. I love it. So when I even came back, a week later, I had to go to Dubai with my boss, which she does a lot. That one day, she travels. She travels a lot. And she goes with some of our top Some of our employees not really talk.
Okay.
Goes with them every year. We have about 3 or 4 people traveling outside, and whenever they come, they have a story to tell. It's like they are back, and what happens? Like, hey, traveling.
Yeah, it's
and
just
I was like, whenever I'm there, the only thing I think about is Dubai.
wow.
If I have to travel, I have to pass.
That's
through
where
Dubai.
you want
No
to
matter
go,
what,
right?
I want to go to
Hint,
Dubai.
hint, hint, hint. He's supposed to be taking us to Dubai
You
next
go
year.
there, you enter the washroom, you see something different. What is this? How does this thing work? And then the way they think, if they should have the vision of 2020 in 2018.
Yeah.
What are you doing
Exactly.
as a human being?
Exactly.
So it's good to travel.
Yes.
But the moment you travel, at least you see something, you don't even know whether it is.
Exactly.
And I told you something earlier on that I went for vacation and I met these old people, very old, who cannot walk on their own. And I asked them, what are you doing here? But you're here alone. And it was like, this is part of our package from the slings that they get. They have 2 years to travel within a year.
Okay.
And it's something that has been, this is their 4th country that they are coming to visit.
Wow.
They've been to Malaysia, Singapore, all those crazy. Those people are old.
So it's part of their pension
Exactly.
scheme.
Exactly. So when I came back to Ghana, I was like, let me go to Smith and check what we have. And I checked, I was like, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
You're kidding me, because if I'm on retirement, I don't get to enjoy anything. What is the purpose of
Exactly. Exactly. And some people actually want to wait till retirement to
Yeah,
do
but I
these
don't
things.
enjoy what
Yeah,
I've
yeah. Yeah, so there's actually a photo that was floating around
Yeah,
on the net
with
with
the-
the couple. They went to Italy and they went and they fell asleep
on
because
Venice and
they
then-
retired. They're probably, they couldn't enjoy it at that point.
We really
So-
need to look at this thing, because traveling alone is an exposure on its own.
Exactly.
Because you eat some food you don't even eat it before. You see it in books. And I so this actually tested it when I was in the plane.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
So it's good. It's a good thing. And everybody who has traveled in our organization, when they come, it reflects on the way they think. It reflects on the way they even handle themselves.
Exactly.
When they meet people. It reflects on how you even talk in public. Sometimes we believe teaching people how to talk. It's not anything. It's about you developing
Exactly.
yourself. You going out there to talk.
And
I'm
do
not a talker.
traveling.
I don't like talking. I don't talk at all. So when someone asks, when did you start talking? I was like, I don't know when I started talking.
Wow.
I have
You
to
develop
talk.
it
Yes.
without you know.
The more you
When
do
I
it,
go, people talk.
yes.
And you meet people, you meet new people on board. How do you communicate to them? You need to develop yourself how to talk. And we went for a show, this traveling thing. And then the man there said, oh, I like your dress. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself? About 3,000 people. I'm like, about myself?
Wow.
Hey, how am I going to talk? But some way, someone said, no, I don't have to disgrace myself. I just went ahead.
And you
that
spoke.
was an eye-opener for me.
Wow.
That's how I began to talk.
You were put on the
Yes, I was
spot.
put on the
Sometimes
spot,
you have to do
So
that.
sometimes it's good. Maybe if I had not been on that set to travel, I wouldn't have had that
So you
exposure.
discovered something you didn't.
Exactly.
And it
Exactly.
makes you humble because
Yes, yes.
you go to, I've been to a place and where are you from? I was like, Ghana. Uganda? No, I said Ghana. Africa. Oh, okay, Africa. Okay, Africa. I have a friend in South Africa. Can you say hi to him?
Wow.
It shows the person he doesn't know where Ghana
Wow.
is. He doesn't know.
Exactly.
So when I reflect on that, I said, so if you are here and you are so pompous, you are so somebody even don't know that your country exists.
Exactly.
So why raise yourself? You understand? So it makes you humble.
Exactly.
Because you think back. Say, so people are there, they don't even know the whole country, they don't even know that it exists.
Yeah.
He think that I can say hi to somebody in South Africa.
Well, a
because
lot
I'm
of
from
people
Africa.
think, well, Africa is a country, right? So,
It's interesting. And then when you come back, you reflect on all this and you ask yourself what even makes people even know Ghana. I had one interesting experience in Turkey. I went to a museum and some children were coming. Somehow they saw me and they came around. They were Turkish, so we were all looking around. And because it was winter, I had dressed some way, so just to take care of the weather. So they approached me. They were happy and they're like, "Where are you from?" I said, "Ghana." So, "Oh, yes." I said, yes. Okay. I've seen you on TV and all the children. Yes. This is a
oh my goodness.
because they associate Ghana with the football and they feel maybe there's the stars that travel and all of them pictures and I took selfie and they were all behind
Just
me
all over
and
you.
I was speaking to you in the camera that they think I'm a football star.
You actually went with it. You went with it. So you know what that says is that you are actually also educating. You have the opportunity to educate people about yourself.
About your country,
Exactly.
about yourself
Exactly.
and placing. There are places you realize that maybe you are the only Ghanaian ever visited the place, because you arrive and within the flights you look left, you look right, you look across, no black. You arrive at the destination and the whole airport, as you walk throughout the whole airport, no even black.
Wow.
You understand? And so you might be the first person to mention the country to even that people, for them to see Ghana exists. So, and meanwhile they are eating chocolates. You understand? So I always carry chocolates. And so the moment they are confused, I say, yes, we are the source of this.
Of the chocolate, yeah.
No cocoa. You eat chocolates. If you eat chocolates, you've eaten some part of Ghana.
Wow.
So and they are like, it's true. Yes, it's we are the second largest producer of cocoa. Oh, really? So
Wow.
it helps a lot, and it boosts your morale, it boosts your confidence and all that. So I mean, offering travel to employees, I think it's one of the best
very
things
important.
you can do as an employer.
And I couldn't agree more. I think you're both doing phenomenal work, with your respective organizations, because travel, it's such a great way to open your eyes and just really see the world. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's
currently what we are the HR, what we intend to do actually is an initiative we are bringing up. We want to take some people not outside Ghana but outside Accra.
okay.
We want to take them out, but we are trying to get a fund where they will contribute. It's not something very huge that will take a lot from the salary. But I want people who really want to go. And I just did the research we have about 1 or 2 staff, but about 50% want to go. They want something outside the country, but they feel like it's expensive. How are we going to do it? So what we intend to do actually, I've not even discussed with other people. It's something I have it in books, but we intend to, by speaking to the people, so I have the number who really wants to go. We want to make the preparation for them to travel on their leave, because we normally schedule the leave when we have everybody who is going on leave and when we are leaving. So we're trying to make it so flexible for them to travel. Even if it is outside the country, they are willing to go, because I told you earlier that I have the exposure, other people have it. So when we are talking and we make references, they'll be like, hey, when will I also travel? So the moment I just chip in this, why don't we do some package? Yes, I think I'm interested. So I think people are now they now want to get to that stage where I've been to this country before.
Of course.
Because they even feel like sitting in Ghana alone is not enough.
It's not
even
enough.
If you go to the
it's not enough.
Ghana, it won't make you the person you want to be. So I think we need to talk so that
your initiative is very good, because through what you do, you bring the cost of their travel down.
Exactly.
You understand? So if individually are traveling, it's quite expensive.
Exactly.
But when you put them together
group.
as a group, maybe it could be 10 of them within having the leave within a particular period. We can do a package just for them.
Exactly.
And they will save a lot on their travel. And who did it? It's their HR.
Because you go on leave, where did you go? In the house. Currently, one of our staff traveled to SA. It was on leave, and I did everything for him to travel. Although he did all his payments, it's not that expensive, but to him, to some extent, it's expensive.
It was expensive.
But the fact that it's been there, I was excited when he sent me the video. Yeah, I'm enjoying seeing Charlie. So when he came back, I just walked his desk and I was like, how is SA? What did you see different that you think Ghana needs to have Ghana? We are backwards. Just SA. When you go to SA, you come to Ghana and you're like, seriously?
I know. We have a long ways to go.
But when you go there, that's how I now understand why people think SA is also London, as they mentioned.
we have a long way to go, but I think we'll get there. We'll get there, and I think having these conversations obviously is very, very important. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I know you're enjoying this conversation, right? But unfortunately, we've come to an end, although it's just such a good, relevant conversation, and hopefully you've gotten so much out of it. So I'm going to ask you, do you have any last words? Where can people find you in Ghana? Can you share with the audience?
Well, so Adansi Travels, we are located at East Legon, Oponglo, We are just opposite the EcoBank in East Legon, Oponglo. And you don't need to come to our office to do your booking. Interestingly, I say 15% of my clients visit the office. Wow. 85%, some of them have never even met in person.
The digital
but
life.
They just book through our website, www.adansetravels.com. Not only flights there. Full package is loaded. So you just go through, select the one that suits your time and budget, and then you do the booking. And then we take care of everything. But if you want to do phone booking, it's also allowed. We have this hot number 0243 606648. 0243 606648. If you call us, we will be able to assist you to arrange everything for you, and you feel like beauty with us.
Okay, Nationwide Medical Insurance, we are the 11th Avenue. We are the same building with Vanguard House on the second floor. You can contact us through our toll-free number. That's 0800 222 222. It's a toll-free number. You can call that number. We work from Monday to Saturday. Sundays you can get us before 2. So nationwide, you're saying your health actually is worth protecting. So meet us and let's talk.
Wow. Thank you both so much for joining us for today's episode.
Thank you for having us.
Again, if you are an employer looking to really offer something of value to your employees, then please get in touch with Adanse Travels, or get in touch, and not even or, get in touch with Nationwide Medical Insurance for all of your medical needs. I'm sure you've heard it here for yourself. And again, thank you so much for joining us. I actually want to also mention that we are filming here at the Executive Lounge at AH Hotel, which is located on Boundary Road in East Legon. So thank you for this amazing venue and space. Thank you for watching 30 Minutes with HR, which is a partnership show between KUSI Consulting and the Association of African Universities. See you next week.